Today we're going to talk about so as part of the last learning process, as I told you, like we're going to learn TFS, Visual Studio, and some of the tools like Git, TFSSS. We are going to learn TFS build. We are going to learn
Rajesh, record session.
what is it?
Record session.
Yeah, I'm recording. Yeah,
Recording.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we are going to learn TFS 2015. Visual Studio 2015 community version, Git TFSS where source code we store here, TFS build, MS build, NuGet, and some part of it is like Octopus also. So in the last session what we did, we learned Git, fundamental of Git. Okay, and we'll explore later more about the Git, and also we learned NuGet, fundamental of NuGet. Now we are going to start with 2015 Team Foundations Server 2015 and the Visual Studio 2015. So we're going to today work. We're going to work on this part actually. So let's get started. So as you know, last time we installed the TFS Foundation Server 2015, and I believe everyone has installation now. Now you have to also install 2015 Visual Studio, and here I have written professionals, but I'm working on the community because professionals we don't have a license for it now. So we'll try it out later. So we installed 2015 TFS, we installed 2015 Visual Studio. I'll skip it this configuration of the reportings because already available on the professional. I'll skip it the SharePoint extensions also, and then how to install and configure build services in Tollfree Foundation server. So we're going to start with this. Okay, and then how you're going to create a new project collections and all. So let's get started from here. So now you have got the new team foundation server. So let me close the rest of this URL. So in the last session, what we do, like we have installed the TFS Foundation server and everyone has got this page. This is called web page and everyone could log in. So I have logged in already. I don't remember the password though. So, and this is the first which you are accessing the GUI, and then we installed Visual Studio, and now we have a Visual Studio here, and then we get also this console. Okay, so these are the stuff which we have it like team foundation server administration control, Visual Studio, and the browser. So we have all the ingredients installed, configure and all, and now we have to start using it. So in order to start working with the Visual Team Foundation server, you have to create a collection, and we call it Team Project Collection. So Team Project Collection is a kind of, let's say, kind of kind of a place where we can manage multiple projects. Okay, so kind of you can manage the multiple projects. So what we do, you can create a collections first, and then we inside that we create a project, and then inside we start working on it. So how do we start, how do we create a project collections basically? So we come to this place, okay, here, or GUI here. Okay, so as of now, let me skip the default one. So if you remember, during the installations only, we created a default collection during the installation of the TFS server. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to create a new collections today. So here you have a default collection which you got it along with the installations and configuration. I created this one new. So I'm going to create one new collections now, and that will call it, uh, let's say, and how are you going to create collections? You go to extreme right side on this console, you're going to write a collection. So create a collection name, you let put it team project collection 2. Okay, so I just do next. Now it's asking you which database collection. So basically, let me tell you, each collections you create in using TFS, it creates a new database. Okay, so I'm using the new, I'm using the same server instance which I have in a local. So if you want to check it out here, I remember during the installations we had given this SQL Server local. So here it is. We installed SQL Server also. So that's the way. If it is in other machines, then you have to put it on other machines. And I'm going to create a new database for these collections. Okay. So next, now this is the name team project collection 2 SQL Server instance. It's here, and then verify. And now you see that data tier configuration passed, everything is done. Now I click on the create button, and the first things which we did it, in order to start working with the TFS, we had a requirement of having the collection, and now we have got it. Okay, so we created a collections now. Okay, it's in progress. It will be created in a few seconds itself. Let's get it. So I'm waiting for this to be created. Once we create, we can continue further. Okay, so now you can see that the collection has been created. Either you click on next, or either you click on complete. Let me try clicking on next. Okay, now done is okay. Now we have got the three collections. One is I created just now, and default collection which you got it with the configuration and installation of the TFS, and team collection which I created previously. Okay, so now we have got the three collection. Now the time has come when we're going to attach working with it. So let me tell you, there's a two ways you can start working with the collection. One, you can see it here, and you can also browse it from this place. So let me refresh this page, and the collection as of now, these four tabs like feature, learn, get visual studio, administration, these are the website reference where it will take you through some of the information about what is it, learning about all these team foundation server. Now you'll not be showing this team this collections here. You have to click on the browse. Okay, now the moment you click on the browse, you can see the default collection, team project collections. It has a 0 projects, and then team project collection 2, which I created just now. It has again 0 project. The default project which we created here, default collection, which we had which I don't know whether I remember adding in front of you or not. We have one project that's called 180. Okay, so this is the browser, and we can start using it. So this is the kind of stuff. So now I am going to start working with the project, the collection, with the team project collection too. Remember, so I am going to use Visual Studio, and I am going to disconnect first of all everything which was added with the default one. So this is the Visual Studio which you open, and then in order to connect to your team foundation server, you have to go to the toolbox. Okay, toolbox, and then you have to click on the connect to server. Remember, you can connect to database also, can connect to server also, and like this. So you have to connect to the server. Now it is asking you server information. What is the server information? Which server you want it? So let me try to get it. This is my server, so I just get it here. Okay, I just put in the URL, click on OK. Still I'm waiting. Nothing is happening. It should show something, but yeah, we got it. So now the moment you click on the connect connection, now it had connected it. I was expecting some of the stuff like connection is going on or something like that, but it did not come. But okay, so now we have a managed connection, and so that means it has connected. So now you see that extreme right in the team explorer connect. Now this is the window where you'll be able to see all this stuff what we have, what are the team collection you have it, what are projects you have it. So as of now I have connected to here. I have connected to the desktop already. You can see here manage connection. Now I am going to connect to other projects, sorry, collection. So basically it was required the server. The UI has little bit changed with the 2013. So now I had connected to the server. Now I am going to connect with the collection. So now I click on the connection. So here it's not coming. Now it has come because the moment I selected my server, you can work with a multiple TFS server basically. And now you have three collections which you can see. The one which he created, team project collection 2, which is the new. So I am going to work on only this, not anything else. So let me click on here, connect. And the moment you do that, the moment you connect to your collections, then you see this home button, this one. I hope you are able to see my screen. So here you'll be able to select the pending changes, source code, control explorer, project and my team, settings, everything you'll be able to do. Now you have created a collections, you have connected to the collections, your connections. Now you have to in map to the your local drive. So after creating a collection, after that using the Visual Studio you basically connect to your collections, and then after in order to start working with your project you have to map to your local server. So then here it says configure your workspace. So let's configure it. And now which path you want to configure, so it's up to you. So let me click here. I should go to D drive and training. I should create some .NET 1. Okay, I'm creating .NET 1. So that means no, it's not been taken. D drive training .NET 1 done. Now I have mapped the local disk collection. So whatever I create a project, source code or everything, then it will be created. Now I click on the map and get. So now the third thing which I did, like I have mapped to the local resources, local repository, a local drive. That means whatever I create using the Visual Studio, it will be stored over there. Now that is done. So now I have got a collection which is a team project collection 2. I have attached to the server using Visual Studio. I have connected it. I have mapped it to the local drive. Now we have to create a team project. So now remember, this is the collection we created. So let me refresh it. This is the collection we created. But if you browse it, in your collection, there's no projects here. There's no project. So in order to start working with it, you have to create a team project. Okay. So now I'm going to create a team project. Okay. So here, if you see this here, there's no team project here. Okay. In the console also there's no it's success, everything success, everything is okay. You can access your collections using this URL. Everything is okay, and it's working also. Stop collection is running also. Now you have to create a project. So now how to create a project? So you can create a project using Visual Studio. I should go to this place. Okay, I click on this. Remember, can you see my screen, guys? Or is it is getting updated frequently?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so now you have to click here and create a project here. Okay, so now projects and my team. So here I am going to create a new team project. Okay, because there is no project, so I'm going to create a new team project. Now it specify what are the name of your project you wanted. So let me put it name team project itself, and team project one. What is the description you want to? This is for demo. Okay, I click on next. Okay, here, sorry, I just by mistake I just clicked twice, so it went on. So this is for the demo, and then next. Now you have to select the template, which template you want: agile, CMMI, scrum. So what is agile, what is CMMI, and what is scrum? You have to little bit explore about it. Okay, what is agile, what is CMMI? So basically these are the process under which your project is working. Your project may be agile, working on the agile model, or maybe you're working in the scrum model, or maybe working on CMMI model. It depends. Okay, so you have to find out, and then accordingly you have to select. So as of now I am going for the CMMI level. I just selected it, click next. It's asking which particular version source code control tool you want to use it. So I just said in remember, if you all of my discussion, I said either you want to use Git or TFSS, which one you wanted. So where basically you are creating a project. So where do you want to store it? Where do you want to store it? So either you store in the theme foundation version control or Git. Okay, we will go one by one. Let's store as of now team foundation version control. TFVC, TFVC, team foundation version control. So I click on it, click on next. You can also select the Git also. So remember, Git and team foundation version control, either one of them. So as of now I've selected the version control, and then I click next. I verify this information: name, description, template, source code management. So in order to create a project you have to have this information, and finish. Now it's downloading the process template, creating it. Okay, now it says you have successfully created team project 1 on the collection team project collection 2. Everything is okay. I click okay. The moment you click the moment click on close button, you get a lot of items, and which is having 8 items. Now you see this here. Okay, now you see this. You have a my work, pending changes, source control, explorer, work items, builds, settings. I'm going to explore each of this. You don't have to worry about it. So let's try to understand. So now what we did, we created a project. So let's go with the flow. So what we did, how to install configure services, we did it. And then how to create a new team project collections, we just now did it. And then how to connect the team foundation server in Visual Studio, we did it. Just how to connect it, we showed you. How to create a team project in team foundation server, just now I did it. And next thing, how to map a local project servers in the team foundation, that we did it. So okay, so these are the stuff we did it. Do you have any questions on it?
Rajesh,
Yeah.
have one doubt. If you go to, TFS console page,
Mm-hmm.
in that right side, you can see that some options: create collection, attach collection, stop collection, edit settings, group membership, administrator, security, attach collection. Can you
This
explain
one,
on this?
attach collections, right?
Uh, yeah, everything. Right side.
Okay, so create collections, we have used it just now to create a collection. For example, what happened? You have detached the sum of the collection. Remember, collection is nothing but a database. So if you want to attach some of the existing collection, or maybe you have got it from some other machine or some server, you can attach to control actually. That's all. In order to use the collection, you have to run it the collections and edit setting, group membership, admission, security, and detached collections. Is detached collections. The moment you do, you lose the entries from here. Admission security and group membership, let me talk about in security and account management, so that will be better. Okay, hello, hello.
Yes, Rajesh. Yes, Rajesh.
Okay, fine. So now,
Rajesh, then,
hello, yeah, tell me.
Rajesh, go ahead.
Okay, fine, yeah. So now let me go to the browser, let me refresh my page. I have created my project. Now I click browse button, and now we have a team collection project 1, team project 1, and I just click on navigate button. Now I'm able to see the all the stuff like manage work, collaborate on the code, which is get, continuous integration, visualize progress and all. So I'm going to cover all everything slowly. Let's start with the flow. So now we have to go to the Visual Studio. Now everything is done. Now what is the next step is the creating a project. So how to map a team project on local server. So I just did it. So my project now is getting stored in uh, uh, D drive training ws.net 1. So this is the place where all of my source code will be stored. How do I know that? Because I have mapped it here. Okay, so like this, manage workspace, and here. Okay, now I am going to create a project. Sorry, I am going to create a source code too. So now remember, my team project 1 is getting stored in the TFSS only. The source code management tool, which is provided by TFS. So now I am going to create a project. So let me project local server in the, so mapping done. How to create a folder in it? Yeah. So now I'm going to create a folder in it. So now I click on right click here. Okay, and basically I'm going to create a new folder here. Okay, so remember, this is yours. I click on the source control explorer. So right hand side, sorry, left hand side, whatever you see, that is your source control. Now you have to think about something different perspective. This is called branching strategy. Branching up strategy. Okay, now this you have to work out with your team. This is not you can take a decision. So you have to work out the thing, what are the branch you need. So normally, let's say for the sake of, you need a main branch, which we are using, that you do the releases. You need a development branch. You need a probably maintenance branch and all that stuff. So you need a branching strategy. So where you want to call the keep the main code, development code, maintenance code, or whatever it is. So now let's say we have defined a branching strategy, like we're going to have a 3 directory structure: main, dev, and maintenance. So what I'm going to do here, I click on the team project 1 and I go to the new folder. Here you have a lots of options. Some of them have changed from 2013. So new folder, click on the new folder, and now I am going to create the main. Rename main. Now you see this, you have got the main, everything is okay. Now you see this plus sign. Can you see this plus sign on my screen before the main folder? icon?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now that means plus sign means this has to be added. This has not added. Okay. So what you're going to do is we're going to add item to the folder. Okay. So we're going to add some item to the folder. So what you're going to do? This folder we have not added. So now main branch is created, but we have not committed it. I will commit in a while, but let me do that. So first we have to add a source code. Add a source code. From where we want to add a source code? So we are going to add a source code using the Visual Studio itself. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just a second, click on add items here. Okay, so basically I have to create a project for it. So now we have to start creating a project. So how do we create a project? So I click on the new project. Now what I'm doing, basically I'm not doing anything else, but I'm adding a source code. So in order to add a source code, I have to create a project. So let me go to the new, or I think we can create from here only. Let me find that. I'm just trying to find out this, is it can be created using here. Web portal, changes, solution. Yeah. So here I think you can create a solution. If you see it here, you don't have to go to the file menus and all, because you can do everything from the team explorer. Here you have to create a solutions. So I'm going to create a new solutions here. Okay. Yeah, this is better. So you have a right hand side solutions. I'm going to create a new solutions, and now it's up to you what particular source code you want to add it. I'm not sure about it. You have to find out. So either you can add Visual C++, Visual Basic, Visual F hash, Visual C++, SQL Server related, Python, JavaScripting, gaming, builds accelerator, and so many other projects types are there. Visual Studio Solutions are here. So usually I do add Visual C Sharp and console application. I just normally add it console application, or you can also add ASP web application and WF, I don't know, class library and all. I'm not a developer in .NET, so very less information. So let me add ASP.NET web application. Okay, this is going to store in this guy, this place, location training WS, and name of the application is web application 1. Create a directory, add here also. You remember you are saying add to source control here. If you see that the bottom part of it, add to source control, and also create a directory for the solutions. You're doing it. So now, and one more thing, I just disable add application inside to project install. Okay, let it be, because it's only for the Azure, actually Azure, which is a cloud platform for Microsoft. So I click OK. Now empty form is okay, and then click OK. Okay, I'm just disable the hosting on Azure because that will create a number of forms might. So I click OK. Now my application is getting created. Okay, this is the which, and now I'm going to find out the where I should store this one. So I have decided I'm going to store inside, see, under the main. So I click OK. Now my application, which is web application 1, got created inside the main branches. So what we did after that, branching strategy, we created a main dev maintenance, sorry, not dev maintenance, we created a main, and we are adding a source code. So now we have got the source code. Okay, we have got source code package. As of now there's no files in it because I have not added, but consider this is our source code. Okay, the moment you started developing an application, you get a source code as well. So now you got a source code, and now everything is done. So any question on till now adding a source code? Any question, guys?
No, Rajesh.
Okay, so now we have added the source code. Now the time has come. We're going to commit it. So I click on the main, okay, and branches. And in order to do the commit, I do have to check out for edit. Commit is not happening here. So I'm just finding one option where you do the submit operation. Check out for edit. Let's check out. And we got some error. It says multiple errors occur during operation. The first of which display below cannot change item because already has pending change list or not contributor. Okay, so what I have to do next thing, yeah, this option I was looking for it. So check in pending changes. So now we have added a project. Now we have to commit it. So in the commit, you have to have one option that's called let me see if I have added everything. Yeah, let me do check-ins. Now I just did the check-ins. It's not prompting any information. Clear all. Okay, yeah. So the UI had changed. The moment you click on the check-ins, I was expecting some prompt, but if you see the right here, click on home, and then now I click on the check-ins. So now the right hand side, the things have changed. Now it's asking you what commits you want to do. So let's say my first commit, and then everything is okay, all the changes you see this, I give the comment and then related work item. So as of now I am not working on the work item, so I'll talk about the work items later. Okay, these are the changes, like including changes 112 files. I'm wondering like how come it got added 112 files in the project. Okay, no problem. So now with all these changes you can see it here. Now what actions you want to do, you have to select it. So actions, no, here. I'm looking for the button which will submit the changes, and here so there's a button called check-in. So let me click on the check-in, continue to check in. Yeah, this is the one. So you can do this, don't prompt again, and a little bit of the UI changes has done, and now we are able to do the check-ins. So what we did, let now it sees chain list 3 successfully checked in. That means in this source code there were chain list 1 2 already available. This check-in has happened with the 3. Now we have got it. So now the plus sign has gone, so that means that is there in your source code, TFS source code. So what we did, we added a source code using the Visual Studio, and now it's up to your development what source code you want to add it, and then we check in the source code. Now we're going to verify it. So how do we verify? Let me go to the browser. Let me click here and click on here. Welcome team project 1. Here main web application. So this is your source code. So now you can browse it, your source code using this. So this is the change you made it. So now similarly you have a branch called main, and then underneath you have a solutions which is here. Okay, any questions till now? As of now we have not set it up the build, so I'll talk about the builds later. Let's understand the basic navigation first. Any questions till now here?
Rajesh, what's the meaning of chain set in chain set?
Yeah, meaning of change set. So basically Remember, have you used SVN, CVS or any other source code management tool?
Um, I have used Git.
Okay, Git. So remember, in Git we create a repository and then we add a file or folder, add a file, and then we basically commit, right? And then we get a 140 character value, hexa value, that we call it checksum. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in Git we call it checksum. Okay. In SVN we call it the moment we commit we call it the version. So it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. In TFS, the CFS source code management version TFVS, Team Foundation versions tool, something like that. I always get confused with this name because I never used it. So home button TFSVS, yeah. So we always, in this we call it change set. So the moment you commit in this tool, there's no commit button. So change set. So the moment you commit, you get the change set number. So this is the commit which I did, is a change set number 3. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So now what we are going to do, we did everything. We added a source code, we check in it, we verified it, everything is done on the browser. And now let me create a branches. Okay, before that let me go with the flow itself. So we created a folder under a project in the team foundation, done. And then create a relations branches. Yeah, so let me get going to create a branches here. So now what you're going to do is, we have a main here, and now I'm going to create a branches. So I click on the main, and remember what we discussed, we're going to create a branches which is like development and maintenance. So main is like, like let's say the branches which we normally I do use for the releases. Now I'm going to create a development branches. For example, you got a some feature request development or bug enhancement or something like that. So something, so for any reason you create branches. So you click here main, and then you find an option branching and merging. You see it here, branching and merging. Okay, and I'm going to create a branches. So I click on the branch. Okay, now it's asking you what is the source, and I have a no source than main. So I have a source main, and I'm going to create a branch called target. So it says like main branch, but I don't want to create a main branch. I want to create a dev branch. So I just put it to the dev, and which particular, this is important, which particular uh, version of the main branch you want to take it up and put it in the dev. So here you have a change set, the number. So as of now, the moment you click on the change set, it will ask you what are the numbers. So you have a 3 numbers here as of now. So all numbers is not showing as of now. It should show, yeah, three number, change set 3. Okay, and or you can specify. So as of now we have only check-in once, so that's the reason we have a change set 3. If you do more check-ins, you'll be having the more change set number. So you can create a branches based upon the change set. You can also create a branches based upon the code base of that particular date. Okay, you can mention it here. You can also create a branches based upon the labels, which I have not done. I'm going to create a label after this session, after this part. And you can also with the latest version, or you can also create a branches based on the workspace version. Like that means if you have some source code which you are currently working on it, but we have not checked it, you have not checked it. Remember, in TFSS we call it check-in rather than commit or submit. In Git we call it commit. So it's a little bit of the terminology change. Okay, so usually I'm going to create a branch based upon the latest version of the main branches. I'm going to create a branch name dev. Everything is done. Now I click OK. Now it's creating a branching, so it's copying this file, and now you see that the branches has been created. Now it has with a new icon which is happen with a T. This you see it here on my screen. Before the folder icon of the dev, there is one T. That means that is the logical branches. Logical branches means that is coming from the main. Okay. Now what we're going to do, we're going to commit the changes again. Okay, so if you see here main, let me refresh the page. This dev has not come, so what you have to do, you have to commit. So now if you do the commit, check in pending changes. Now I'm going to put in the comment uh, creating branch, let's say what is the branch name, dev from QA, from main, sorry, main, and I click on the check-in, continue. Now chain set 4 has been created, you see it. I click on the chain set 4 and then we got it, all these changes, whatever is part of the chain set 4. Now I go back to my browser, I refresh it, and now we have got it development branch also. So we got main, we got development. Any questions on it till now, creating a branches and all?
Rajesh, like,
Yeah, tell me.
hello.
Yeah.
Rajesh, like, I just have a doubt. Like, can you also show? Uh, Hello.
Yeah, please tell me.
Yeah, Dinesh, you go ahead.
Rajesh, my doubt is,
Yeah, Dinesh, I can hear you. Can you hear me clearly?
yeah, in Tata's Git, we have the option for revision graph. The thing is, you can see the other branches created, like a graphical mode. Like that, in DFS, you have created one branch for main. If you want to see the other branches created, we can see any like a graphical mode or anything else.
Okay, I'm not able to get your question actually. What did you ask? I did not get it.
In Tortoise Gate, there's an option for revision graph. You can see the graphical mode where the branches has been created from which
Tortoise
source.
SVN
Like that,
graph. Is that the
Tortoise
one?
Gate.
Okay, tortoise git graph.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, revision
if you
graph.
are using, yeah, as of now we are not talking about the git. We are talking about the TFSS. Okay, so here you can
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
yeah, tell me. Hello, hello.
Like that, is there any option to see graphical mode in TFS?
Okay. Graphical mode of the branch mapping.
Yeah, yeah. Create a branch where the branch has been created.
Here you can see that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. The moment you click on the home, source control, and you click on this here, branching and merging, and sorry, dev, branching and merging, view hierarchy, and now you are able to see this one, my main dev. Any questions on it? Any other question? Hello.
Set the changes, like, instead of doing check-in, so just wanted to do some self checks, and later point of time we need to do some check-in. So can we show how to
Yeah,
do that?
that's That functionality is called shelving functionality. Let me talk about later. Once we start talking about advanced topic, then we'll talk about. So you cannot do the commit. You don't do not let's say commit. It's like check-in. You don't do the check-in, but you do the shelf. And shelf can be something like a pre-commits. So that functionality is there. But in Git you do that add, so that will get staged. Okay, in TFSS we do the shelving. Okay, that functionality is there, but I'm not going to show you now. So I'm going to complete the flow and then we'll do that here. Shell pending changes. As of now there is no pending changes, but you can also shell. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so now what we did, let me help you to understand what we did. Uh, we created a collection, create project collection, created a project collection, and then connected to project collection. Now we created a project. Before that we mapped a drive, local drive mapping. Oh, sorry, first we created a project, created a team project. Now mapped local drive. Then what we did, we added a branch or folder, whatever you want to call it. No, local drive. After that we mapped to TFVS, which is source code control, code management. And then we created a branch or folder, whatever you call it, branch, folder, and we check-ins, then added a solution. That's called source code. Again check-in, and then we created a branches and check-in. Any questions till now?
Rajesh,
Yeah.
for these activities, is there any command line possible?
Is there any?
Uh, Command line option is possible,
Okay,
and
so
for creating branch.
yeah, so usually what we do normally in Microsoft Word, very less command line. Yeah, you have a command line for whatever activities we do. We do have a command line, but in Microsoft Word we normally use the Visual Studio. So yes, for the end we were going to end the session with all this command line, but let's understand the flow. Okay, so now you using the GUI, you can understand the whole flow in the easiest way. If I go and move into the command line, it will be very difficult for you. So ultimately the certification which you're going to clear, that's going to ask you using the Visual Studio only.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to cover all the command line, so but not now, probably after the end of session, while ending the session, so that way you know that what exactly I'm talking about and all this stuff. Okay, so now we have got it. So now we have got one branch called dev, one branch called main. Let me figure it out, what are the other options we have it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add one file into it, into the dev branch. So for example, I got issues here, and I got a requirement saying that I have to fix some bugs. So I am decided to, under the package, I don't touch here, scripts. Okay, this is the JS. Okay, this is the JS which I know a little bit of it, and I'm going to add some code. So let me, rather than adding the some code here, let me add new files into it. So I'm going to add new files. So I click here, and now I want to, okay, so now that I am done with my what do you say, I'm done with my um, Explorer, Team Explorer. Now I want my Explorer to be moved to the Developers Explorer, so that way I can add n number of things. Now you see that whenever I do the right click, I get all the options what is I'm supposed to get it from the Source Control Explorer. But my project is web application, so I want to move that Explorer to the one which I am currently working on. That's called web application. So now I'm going to explore the I just changed my Explorer from the Team Explorer to Solution Explorer. Now you see that I right click hand side, I move my Explorer from the Team to Solution. Now I can add n number of files. So I go to the scripts folder, right click on it, and here I get all the option which I needed. Now add new item, or these hell lot of things are there. Let me add new item, and I'm going to add one HTML page for this. Click here. Yeah, so now HTML page 1.html has come. Now suppose this is my code, I just save it, done, and then I'm going to again Team Explorer, so that way you know what exactly I'm talking about. So now I just refresh this guy. Did I store in the, where did I store? Let me check. HTML dot, where it got come, yeah, it's here. Okay, so now I am going to do what? I am going to do the check-in. Click yes. I do the commit, my first code, click on check-in, yes, done. So now I am going to verify whether I've got this file or not. So I click on the which branch I check in. I think I did okay, I forgot actually. Let me get it. I don't know where I did it. Yeah, I did, sorry, by mistake I did it in HTML main, and I was searching in development, so sorry about it. Okay, fine, no problem. So yeah, so I did check in HTML page 1.html inside the what do you say, uh, main branch. Remember one thing, there is one option which is coming, checkout. So that means if you want to modify, so let me talk about later point of time. So now what we have it, we have one extra changes in main, and the dev is not having, you see that dev is not having. So developer has done these activities. Okay, so now we have created branches, everyone branches has a files in it. Now main has got one extra files, and which is HTML page 1.html, which is not there in the dev branches. So how do we merge the branches? So now I am going to merge these branches from the main to dev. So what are we going to do? Click on the main, click on the branching and merging, and now instead of creating a branch, I'm going to merge. So this is the second option, merge. Now here you have to select what is the source branch. My source branch is main. Now what exactly you want to change? So if you are particular about the select and change list, you click on it. If you want to do all this commit, all the changes up to the specific revision, you have to use the first one. Now what is the target branch? So target branch is dev, because as of now there is only two branches, so that's the reason it has come the main and dev. But if you did not find the, if you have multiple branches, you can do that browse, and here you can select main, dev, what exactly, what files and all this stuff. So you can do very well. Okay, and you can also select the other projects also here. You see, you can select other projects. So now want to merge from the main, I want to merge to dev. Now click next. Now what exactly you want? So change sheet version, and now you have a mini change sheet version. Now let me show you. You have a 3 and 5, 2 commits. Okay, so which change sheet version you want to do? If don't want to do the, let me cancel it. And you can also do the by date. As of now, the date is only one. Label, as of now I have not created it. Latest version or workspace version and all that stuff. So I am going to do the latest version. Okay, click next, and it says will take personal something like that, and then finish. Now I just did the merging, and it says in the, if you see then the output version here, change set 5 successfully checked in. Okay, so now I go to my here, and now you have a HTML1.page. Got it. So this is the way we do the branching and merging in TFS. Okay, any question?
Rajesh, like also like when you do, like when we try to merge right from one branch to the like we will be facing some kind of merge conflicts sometimes, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
So that also like
conflicts are also always resolved manually. That means when I say manually, like if you get a conflict, then you have to decide, your developers has to decide which one you want to take it. You want to take it from the development branch, or you want to take it main branch. So there's no tools like which will help you to resolve the manual conflict. So the decision has to be come from the developer. But what you can do, you can also try to find out what are the conflict it has come. So sometimes you can also help developers to resolve the conflict. So we will create one situation in that will have a conflict also, just like this is start of the session. So we'll do all this stuff, conflict resolutions also. Any other question?
Rajesh, I have one doubt.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have one doubt.
yeah.
My scenario is there are four developers doing modifications on a particular file. How to find that this modification done by this user? I mean like a sign off.
I did not hear your question clearly.
No, actually, my scenario is there are four developers working on a same file.
Mhm.
I mean, they're doing modifications. I have to see. I want to see which user has done this modification.
Okay, so you come here, refresh it here. Sorry. If you look at the history of that file, let it get loaded. It's a little bit slow. See here, this was done by Rajesh. But same way, everyone, whoever is accessing to Team Foundation server, they'll be assigning one user then one user ID and password. Because I did not get prompted, there's a reason for it, because it is the same TFS is in the same machine, and I had logged in before that using my user ID and password. I don't know what is my password again. So it has automatically taken Rajesh. Okay, but if you want to access, if you want to connect with a different ID, then you have to go to the manage connection. Here you have to add n number of connections here, connect to the team project, and it will ask you which one you want to connect, and then connect, and it will ask you, it should prompt you some user, and let me just see. Okay, if you disconnect, then it will ask you the username and password. So like that. So if you want to connect with a different user ID and password, then you can do very well. How do we create a different user ID and password? I'm going to tell you in the administration section. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so now what we did, we want to, so let me just go the flow. Create a relations branch, done. Get a latest version in the team foundation server. Okay, so this is something which if you feel like other developers are working on your source code on your project, so this is the source code, and if you feel like your data is not up to date, you have not got the source code which is developed and which you can find over the TFS. So how do you do that? So in the Visual Studio, you do this, click on it here and click on the get latest version. So that way, if any developers are working on your source code, you get it. As of now, what has happened, you have not got any changes because I am the only one guy who's working, and then I have all the changes. So if you click on the get latest version, it says all files are up to date. If it's not, then you will get all the extra changes like this. So remember, always you start working with the get latest version. Now one more thing I want to explain it to you. If you what if you want to change the file? So let's say you want to change this file, web application script, and I have one file created, HTML page.1, and I am going to put it my code here, h1, and this is my code. Done. Now you have to go into the Explorer, where is my pending change list. The new UI has changed, so I'm finding some difficulties. Pending change list, where is that? Okay, let's go to the Team Explorer, home button. Here. Yeah. So pending change list, this is the place, and the change list. No, I want to go back. I want to see that pending change list in okay, here it says pending change list, so included pages, here it is. Okay, so let me do the two pending change list, so that way I will be knowing what exactly I'm doing. So I'm going to the Explorer, home button, source control, and this time I'm going to modify this main also. So here in this guy, I'm going to modify both of the branches basically. So let's say B, this is hello, done. I just saved it. Okay, now I click on the pending change list. Now you have, yeah, so included the changes, you have two changes, one from the main branch, one from the dev branch. You can see it here. Now I'm going to check in both together. Okay, if you don't want to check in both together, you exclude it. So how do you exclude it? Here you click on the exclude. Okay, so you can do also that one, or you can undo the changes also. So but as of now, I'm check in to branch file and click on the check-in. Done. And you now see change list 6 in the output bottom of the window. Change set 6 successfully checked in. Okay, so now we are done with it. Now let me go to my Explorer. Now we have everything. Okay, so this is the way we check it. So now you have get latest version, you do the checkout for edit. So if you want to why do we have a checkout for the edit? So there's a reason for it. Checkout for edit is like in order to reserve it. For example, you want to modify that file, and you want to also inform the other team members like that you are working on that file. So no, so that file should not be touched. It's just like information. So for that you do the checkout for the edit. Okay, so for example you want to do the checkout for the edit. So here I have this file html page.ht1 and you can do the checkout for edit. So icon will change. Remember, I just cancel it. You see the icon? Okay. Now checkout for edit. I click on it here. Checkout. Now you see the checkout button which help you to notify other users. If you are using the same source control, then they'll be having the issue, they'll be having the message like this is been checked out by others. That means someone else is working, and then please do not touch this kind of information. So they can not do that. So I just modify the file and just save it, and then after that go to the pending change list, and I have a file which got checked out. If you want to change the history of it, compare with the workspace revision. So I just do compare, and this is the changes which I did with the revision number hello, and then I added few files. Now you want to commit it. So done. Let's do the done check-in. You're done. Successful changes 7. So this is the way you also do the checkout and option. What are the other options we have? Delete. If you want to delete some of the files, and roll back, which you want to roll back, I'll explain it later. Pending changes, check-in changes done. View history if you want to see how many commits you have done it. So 2, starting with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On this particular branch, I've done this. All this stuff. Okay, what else? Compare. If you want to compare, so like let's say you remember in Visual Studio you can compare the file based also, and you can compare the branches based also. So here if I click here, I want compare what I want to compare with the other branches, so you can do that also. Also you can compare with the local branches. So target path, which one you want to compare. This is the source path dev branches, and when you get $sign, that means it's a TFS view. When you get the local path, that means it's a local view. You can also get the server path like this. So I am to compare the dev TFS with the dev main TFS. So this gets changed. You can also compare with the local branches. Okay, what are the things you want to exclude, filter and all like this. So now you have only one changes which I just did it, HTML page 1.fff something like that. So now it has a FF. Okay. So this is the kind of comparison you can also do that. Add items folder done, branching merging done, view hierarchy is done, and all the stuff. You can also use the find. So for example, if you want to find a label, find a change set, or find a self set. So self set I have not talked about it, but I did talk about the change sets and label I did not do that, so I'll do that in a while. Now I'm going to find a change set. So let's say click on the find change set, and in this is the server view. I am going to find out by user. You can find out by the user. So as of now I have only one user, that's say Rajesh, and what change set I want to find. So I want to find out all the change set which was created by in dev branches by Rajesh Kumar. So I created two change set, 4 and 6. If I select the main, it will be more, I believe. Now I have this one. So this is the way you can find a change set. Like you can also browse the each change set, click on it, and what are the change set as part of the change set number 6. How many files I added? These two files. Where did I add it? This is the space which is added. What was there? Edit, merge, branch, edit, and all the stuff. So kind of things you can also get the information. Okay. Now let me go with the flow itself. So I should not get, okay, so we got the how to get a latest version, we did it. And then how to check in and check out code in the foundation server, we did it. And how to merge code between branches, we did it. how to compare source code in the team foundation server, we did it. Work item, yeah. So any questions till now? You have it? Any question?
Rajesh, one doubt.
Yeah.
I want to rewrite the commit message of last commit.
Okay, so if you want to rewrite, that's called revert. Okay, so now let's say, for example, you have written a file in this. Okay, okay, yeah, you have written a file. Let me show you the history of it first. View history. So as of now, only one change set is there, and then if you see this here and here comparison, you have a file, there was nothing, and in that I added this is my code. So suppose you want to revert back. Okay, is that your question,
No,
Dinesh?
no, no. My question is, I want to rewrite the commit message. I will actually have wrongly given the message for the commit.
Okay, you want to
Like
rewrite the
amen,
commit
like
message.
amen, yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. Remember, check-in is like a permanent stuff. The moment you do the check-ins, that become a permanent. Okay, so you'll not be able to rewrite the comments because it gets stored in the database. Yes, there is a way to rewrite it, but it's not recommended. So that is the use of the version control tools like Git and TFS. So whatever you do, it gets stored, and that's the main task for it. So if you are able to edit, that means there's no, you can edit the source code and you can get the new version, but you will not be able to rewrite the comments.
No, no, Rajesh, my question is, I want to amend the, in Git there is an option called amend. I mean, rewriting the commit message.
Mhm.
Like in TFS, is there any option to rewrite the commit message?
No, what I know about, yes, you can use the amend in Git, but let me tell you one thing. In Git also, they are not suggesting you to amend because this Git is very powerful, so they are allowing you. But I think that option is not there in this. I have not found out this option.
Okay, Rajesh. And one more thing, what about
Let
the
me let me
reward
let me see that.
as this?
Six is there, and you see this is the my change. For example, I have given the comment check in to branch file and I want to do something. So compare and notice a different thing, track change set, request review. I no, I think the functionality is not there in this. No. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, go on. Any question? Guys, did I lost you? Hello?
No, Rajesh, you can go ahead.
Okay, okay. Okay, so now we did talked about things, and now we're going to talk about the work item. So work item, yeah. So before work item, one of the things which I missed out is your label. So how do we label? So for example, you have completed the task. Okay, how do we label? Label and tagging both are the same word basically. Okay, so suppose you have completed the task for that particular release and you want to release the product. So before the releasing the product, you want to tag it, so that way anyone who wants to get this particular source code, they can get it. So how do we label it? So click on the main here and go to the advanced section here, and here it says one option which is called apply label. Okay, so click it here, and now you click on the release, let's say release v1, and I want to, this is the path, and I want to create a label based upon the again latest version, change list, date, and any other labels also, and I create it. Done. So now you see this label release v1 has been created. So now You can find the label using the find label. As of now, you have one. Great. You can find using the name also. So that way I have got the one label. So this is the way you create a label. Okay, now let me see if I missed out some of the basics of stuff. So I did talk about the get latest version, get checkout for the edit done, delete I did not try, I'm going to show you, rename, move, these three I have not tried, rollback I did not try. So these, let me try these four, and undoing the changes, checking the changes, these are the things done. Selving is not needed as of now. View history done, compare done, new folder done, add items done, branching and merging done, find done, advanced apply label done, get specific done. So let's try the delete, rename, move and rollback and then work item. So can we take a 10 minutes of break? I'll have a coffee and then we'll meet up in 10 minutes. Will that be okay?
Yeah, okay,
Sure.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that. Okay, guys, are you there? Are you there, guys? Arif, Dinesh, Guru, Venkat.
Yeah, Rajesh.
Yeah.
Dinesh, are you there? Guru, Dinesh. Okay. So,
Yes, Rajesh.
yeah. So now let's get started. So next thing which I'm going to try it out is uh, using the delete, rename, move and rollback option. So now quickly let me do one thing. Let me quickly add few more files into it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add few more files. Not this one, Solution Explorer, and under the script I'm going to add new item. Let's say JavaScript file and name it Rajesh1 add. Done. Let me add few new item style sheet 1. Done. Whatever the code I have to do that. Done. Whatever the code I have to do this. Done. Save all. Done. Now I have to commit it. So now check in these two files, these solution files. Yes, there is no those changes. Rajesh1.ds style sheet1.cs. Done. And check it. Yes, I did the change set 8 commit. Now I click on refresh button. I got this file. Now I do edit this modif and I just type this is a wrong commit, wrong code, let's say wrong code. I do check in. Yes, I did. So now successfully 9 number has been created. Now I'm going to find out the history of it, view history. Total 9 are there. Oh, I did one mistake. Okay, not mistake basically. I just did in hurry worry. So let me wrong code 1. Now check in with a comment. This is wrong code. And now check in. Click yes. Go to Explorer. Refresh. Now if I do the history, now you see this is a wrong code and probably this is the one which is the right code. Let's say done is the right code. So now this is the wrong code. So now I want to roll back. So what do you do normally? You want to roll back, then you have to click on it and roll back entire change list. So if you click on this, then this one you will reach to this one. Okay. So how do you find it? First of all, you're going to find a difference. So let me find a difference. Compare, and now you compare between the 9 change list and 10 change list and do the okay. And now what is the difference? Style sheet, this is the wrong code 1 and wrong code 1 sorry, wrong code and wrong code 1. So this is the right code, this is the wrong code. Okay, so you have to compare and do the things. So now what you're going to do is I am going to revert that to wrong code is from the wrong code 1. So what I'm going to do, click on this, roll back entire changes. Okay, yes to all. It says the file you unsaved changes inside the editor has been successfully externally. Do you want to reload it? Yes to all. Okay. Now I have to commit rollback. So roll back 9 or let's say 10. 10. Check in. Yes. It did not get updated, so we have to go to Explorer, refresh, view history. Now we have got 10. So this one and this one should not be having any differences. Sorry, this one and this one should not be having any differences. You see, there's no difference, but this one and this one should be having differences. See? So this is the way you do the this is the way you do the rollback. Any question on the rollback front? Any question?
No, Rajesh, no.
Okay. Now I'm going to show you one option which is in that I realized like this file is not needed. Rajesh.1.sh, which is my personal file, which is not needed at all. So we're going to basically rename it. Okay. So I'm going to rename it to
Sorry to interrupt. Your recording session, right?
source.js. I just renamed it and you have to commit again, check in basically, not commit, renamed. Okay, and click check in, done. So I just renamed it from the Rajesh1.js to source.js. Suddenly I realized it, this file should be there inside one directory. So I'm going to create one folder here, JS folder. Okay, JS folder.
Rajesh,
Yeah.
your recording session, right?
Hello?
Make sure that you're recording the session.
Yeah, it's getting recorded.
Yeah.
So now what I'm doing is JS session. So suddenly I realized this source file should be there as part of the JS. So what I did, I created a JS folder. I'm going to comment. I'm going to check in here, adding folders. Click check in. Yes, done. Now I'm going to move this to JS file. So here it says from to where. So I'm going to move it inside the JS. Okay, click OK. And it says the move operation requires that the current solution to be closed. Are you sure you want to close this current solution? Yes, I want to close it. So done. Okay, now comment check-in is required. Moving file. Check-in done. Yes. So now the source.js has been moved. Now let me experience all this thing in my browser. Now you have this guy, JS source. Now you have it. Okay. So this is the way you do this stuff. So now what I realized again, I did try deleting, no, I did renamed and I did move, I did rollback. Suddenly I realized I don't need this style sheet 1.css file. So just I click here and click on delete and then deleting CSS and commit. Yes, I just deleted it and now they should be deleting from the here also. So I click here, save, Now you see CSS file is not there. So suddenly I realized, okay, CSS file I deleted by accident. Okay, I deleted and comment by accident. This was not supposed to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll back. So how do we roll back? You're going to find out that roll back, and that's the best way to roll back. Like first you see the experience, the history. Okay, now you see the deleting the file, so you want to roll back to here. So I want to roll back this guy, roll back entire change list, roll back to CSS file. So check in, yes, done. Now you have got the style sheet.1. So this is the way we use it, all the options, which includes the like delete, rename, move, and rollback. Any questions on these four files?
No, Rajesh.
Okay. So till now what we did try, we tried good amount of informations like created a collection, project collection, basically team project collection we say it. Okay, and then inside the team project collection we created a one project actually. Okay, no, first we then we connected to the project collection, and then we created a team project, then map to the local drive, then map to the source code, then created a branch, then do the check-ins, then added the source code, then check-ins, created a branch, then check-ins, and after this we merged the branches, we edit the files, we did the commit, check-in, we modify the files, we see the compare history, we created a labels, we found out the files, we created the branches and all, we did the merging, we also see the history, we did the rollback, move, rename, delete, checkout, and get latest version. So these are the typical operations which is been done every day by the person who's using the TFS, using the Visual Studio. Okay, so this you can do it, your developers can do it, your QA person will be keep on doing the same thing. And this is about the fundamental of using the TFS with TFS build, sorry, TFS source code control with the Visual Studio. Any question on it? Okay, so now you see that you have
No,
in the,
Rajesh.
under the project you have a 6 option: my work, source code control explorer, build, pending changes, and work status and setting. Pending changes, there's nothing as of now, so because we have no. My work will be the one which is coming from the work status, work items. Source control explorer we did try it till now, and builds we're going to try it out later. Settings, yeah, this is nothing but like we're going to talk about this security and all other later. Now work items. So next item is work items overview in foundation server. So when I say work item, that means it is a kind of Jira. I don't know how many of you have used a Jira or Bugzilla or tools like that. So it's like this: you create a here you create a n number of things. You can create a bug, task, requirement, change request, epic, sorry, you create a bug, task, requirement, change request, epic, which is a part of the CMI level, feature, issues, review, risk, test cases. So you can create n number of things through the work items. So these work items can be created by yourself, or it can be created by the your project management or project lead, or who's assigning a task for you. So accordingly, if it is a bug, they're going to create a bug. If it is a task or requirement, accordingly they're going to find out. So let me create a task for it. So any confusion on understanding like what is bug, what is task, what is requirement, what is the feature, issues, risk. Epic is something like you have to read something about the uh, CMMI level. So any questions on it?
There's a last option, new work item with Microsoft Excel.
Okay, so new work items with Microsoft Excel. So what happens sometime? Uh, you have a items which is already there in the Microsoft Excel. Okay, you want to get it those, or you want to maintain something like that. So as of now, could not locate assembly file neutral dependency. So basically I have not added the what is extension till now, so it's not working. Dependencies, basically one of its dependencies extension, so you have to add the office extension for this, so then it will work. So apart from that, any question till now, test case, about to test.
Hi Rajesh.
Anushka.
Hi Rajesh.
Yeah.
Can we integrate all general bug tracking tool to this TFS?
Yes. So let me tell you, if you are not using this work task, basically, let me how the flow it works. Let me show you what happens normally. First of all, planning happen, and then they assign this plugin to ticket management system, like incident management system. Then developers get the incident, and then they start working on it. They get signed basically, and they start working on it, and then source code changes happen, which I did just now, and then they check in, and then after that the build happen, and then after that packaging happen, and then release happen. Okay, so as of now, planning an incident, you can use the work what is the name, work items. Okay, you can use the work item in Visual Studio. But with saying that, you can also use another tools, like, so let me go to here. Okay, you can also use another tools like Jira. So you can integrate Jira also. I have not done the TFS integration with Jira, but you can do so. I know that. Team Foundation Server with Jira. Yeah, so basically you have to buy this add-ons basically, which will help you to integrate the Jira with TFS. So in that case, you're going to create directly on the Jira rather than a TFSs. Okay. So this is the commercial plugins. Pricing, it's there. It's here. This is the pricing. Okay. Any other question?
What about AS project? How is scope for learning this one?
What is that?
So this bug tracking tool, AS project, like Jira only. It's like
No, I couldn't hear you clearly.
uh, what about the AS project bug tracking tool?
Okay. X project you
Can
said?
we integrate AS project? I will ping you.
Can you just type it? Oh, ACE project. Okay. What is the ACE project? I don't know what is that.
It's a bug tracking tool and project management tool.
Oh no, I have no idea about this ACE project.
Okay.
Okay, maybe yeah.
Yeah, here we can create project and assign to developers or some managers, and they can assign to their others.
Yeah.
We can create bug, and we can upload issues, video, JPG files, and describe all details. Those things.
Okay, I have no idea about this project, this tool actually. I know Jira.
Okay,
I have worked
okay.
with the Jira
Thank you.
with the SVN, CVS, and Git, Perforce as well, but not with the TFS. But yeah, TFS we have already inbuilt tools, so we can always in enhance it the same functionality rather than the using another one. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a task for it. So as of now, you can create a task, bugs, whatever it is, you can create it. So task, and here it's asking you a name. So let's say I'm creating task UI is not working. Okay, now here UI is not working. That's the task name assigned to which guy. So as of now only one user, so gets assigned to this guy only. Proposed, what is the proposed? So as of now you can write your stages. So as of now it's a new task, so that's the reason it's only proposed. Reason new. Priorities, you have to set the priorities 1 2 3 4 5 6 like this, 5 only till 4 only. Trezad, let's be pending. Block no. Area, which area is coming from? Like, of course you have only one project, so you're going to create only one project. In your collection you have only one project. And iteration, let it be by default iteration 1 2 3 4. So if you don't know what the iterations are, like it's coming from CMI level, you have to, it's a planning stage. Yes, original steps, you can estimates, you can give the some numbers of hours like 2 3 4 something like that, and completed work in how many hours you can update later. Now you have a description tag. Inside that you're going to write a description in a better way. This is software, this is soft X, home page is not working, home UI, home page UI is not working. Then implementation, so there's no as of now implementation. So if you have some implementation documents, some links or something like that, you can link to, you can also attach to the office related stuff, which is as of now not there. Others, I don't try it out, all this stuff. History, you can see that history, how many histories you have it. So as of now there's no history because it's a new task. Attachment, there's no attachment, you can add attachment or links and all the stuff. Now end of it, you can also use add tags. So let's say if you want to create this task with release 6, something like that, so you can create it tagging also. You can tag, or let's say soft tags. So that way if you are adding the tag, that way it's easy to search the what do you say, task. Now you created a task, now I'm going to save it. So same work item, I just did it. Now you got created UI is not working, task number 1, everything is okay. Now so this is the task. Now how I'm going to experience the task? So for that, what you have to do, okay, I have to go to the here. You can find out through Visual Studio also, but GUI I'm just trying to find out. So I click on the queries. Okay, and now you have one task which is not working. So you can also do the queries based upon the multiple filters. And so where is the add queries? I think this one. Yeah. So my queries, as of now you don't have any queries. New queries. So you're going to create new queries. Let me assign it to me. So that query I will run it every time, so that way it's easy to find out. So every morning you join the office, you want to find a ticket which is assigned to you. Okay, so that way you can create your own queries, basically my queries. You can also share with the other people also. So I am creating my query, and here what I am going to do, I am going to give a multiple check and balance, like work item type, what should be. So it should be based upon the title. If no, let's say assigned, actually that's better. Assigned to is here, and if it is assigned to Rajesh, okay, then and if it is open condition, state should be open. In planning itself or propose, let's say open. Now you can add new conditions also, but I'm going to save it this one. I just saved it. The my queries is assigned to me and I'm going to run it. So as of now, you see that this is my query and I'm going to run it. Okay, I should be getting 1 in this, but maybe my query is wrong. So any, let me do any, save. Yeah, so I'm just run it and I got this UI is not working. So UI is in proposed state, that's the reason planning was not taking. So if I do proposed here and I save it, run it, then I get it. So this is assigned to me. So now I click on it here. Okay, I got to know, okay, I have to work on this, blah, 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 blah things. It's assigned to me and now I'm going to code for it. So this is the ticket which is you have got it. Now we have to start working on it. So how do we start working on it? I go to my source code. I realized like UI is not working, so that means some CSS is not working. So just I added my code here, CSS. I realized, okay, done. I just saved it, and now I go to the my commit. Source control, and I want to check in the code here, and UI is working now. Okay, now here you have to assign to the work ID. Remember, add work item ID by, so now you have to assign the work ID, or you can also queries here. So queries is not there, so there's no favorite. Actually I have to create some favorite. There's the reason there's no queries. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to convert this into favorite. So where's my queries? Here, assigned to me, and let me convert into favorite. And how do we do that? Using add to my favorite. I just did it. So assigned to me is in favorite. Now you have to refresh it. Here now assigned to me. You got it? This is my task which I'm working. So I just click it here, and the task ID is 1. So I click here ID 1, add. Now you see UI is not working, so that means I have attached my code fix with the ID, work ID, and now uh, associated is, let it be associate, everything is okay, rest of the thing is okay. Now I click on the nothing is required. Now I click on the check-ins. Yes. Now check-in submit 17 done. Now you see this is related work item UI, and why it was fixed, because this was fixed, this code was checked in because the UI was not working, and this is the descriptions. So this is the way. Now you have a work, you create a task list. Okay, you create a task list, bug, requirement, epic, feature, issues, review, risk, and test cases for the QA people. So you created this task here, and then people start working on it. They create a code and they relate the code with the bug, task, feature, whatever it is, and then they assess. So now if I go to my code here and I just refresh it, so I should get it. Now I have to find out development, change set, and here if I click on the UI is not working, that is shows this is associated with the one task list that's called task one. So this is the way you track it in TFS. Any questions on this part? Any questions? Arif, Dinesh, Guru, Venkat?
No, Rajesh, no.
Okay.
Actually, Rajesh,
Yeah.
Rajesh, one doubt.
Yeah.
It's a kind of GitHub, right? I mean, you're assigning a task, you're doing a task. Again, I want to see the task. Again, I want to see the modification. Is it possible?
Yes, yes. So you go to the work and here is your task. Now you want to see that which is assigned to this. So now I'm seeing it here all links one. So now this change list 17 is linked to one. So that way you can see.
Again, I want to review the codings and see the modifications. Again, I have to assign to you like that.
Yes, yes, yes. This is a fixed. Suppose this is fixed. So now you go to your work items. Now you are here. No, UI is not working. Now you have to go to here and you have to click on pending to. Sorry, not where is this state? Proposed to closed. So the moment you do the closed, it will get and closed. That means you have worked on it. So it's closed. So now there is no assigned to you because that task you have closed already. So I'm going to create one more query here, new query, and this time I'm going to create a query closed, and here work item is equal to any, and but state I want to put it closed. So okay, save it, run it. Okay, I'm doing something wrong with my queries. Work item type, oh sorry, is equal to any, let be, and it should be status, close status, it should be closed. Completed. There's some problem I'm making with this. You have to status code, no, let's say assigned to Rajesh and add new status, where the status, let me check guys, just a second, I forgot that what is this, state, sorry, not status, editor, state, and here it should be closed. Now save, run, now you have got it. So that way you also close the items. Now I have finished my work. Now under the sign to me I have nothing. Is it answered your question?
Rakesh, before closing, I want to review the code. You are as for the developer. Actually, I'm the person assigning task to you, and you are doing some modifications. I want to review the code. Again, I have to, if it's okay, the code, I'm okay with it. If not, I have to do the modification again.
Yeah, so in that case you have to reopen. You have to reopen that task. So okay, so you can also reopen this task using the command called open, and here there should be some option reopen. So you want to reopen the task. Okay, here it's closed, but here you can change the activate or something, but normally the flow is not coming CMM my level flow. So you can also reopen that.
In what way are we getting alert? You are doing the modification, and in my point of view, I need to get the alert that you have done the modification again.
Alerts. Hello.
Alerts in the sense you have finished the work and
Okay, so that's the
sending a
reason
notification.
you are creating a query. So every day if you come, you click on your queries and you get to know how many tasks which is assigned to you in the pending state. So you create your queries according to your preferences. That is your alert. You can set it up also these queries along with the email. So as of now I have not set it up with email, so it will delivered the moment one pending state will be there or some task will be updated, it can deliver to your email also. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I will write this down.
Rajesh, please share this compatible installation and installation details of this TFS after this session.
Okay, I have created one. Yeah, I'll send it to you. Yeah, I'll send it to you. Okay, so we did talk
okay,
about
please
what
send after immediately because yeah, I want to try today itself.
Okay, so let me share now itself, else I'll forget. What was the document?
Okay.
TFS installation, I guess.
And compatible versions, everything I need. Otherwise, I need to. I will waste my time by googling.
Yeah, so you can just follow this guy and try to install it in your computer. Here it is. Okay, is it okay?
Oh, okay, Rajesh.
Yeah. Okay, so now we are going to see that what are the changing item. So now we created a work item which is already done and basics we covered. Then we also did this one. Then we also updated the work items like from pending to complete. And also we try to find out the particular work items we did. And then how to apply labels we also did try. And then also, yeah. So today we covered the basic fundamental of the TFS with Visual Studio basically. Okay, and in the next session which I'm going to talk about TFS with Visual Studio. In next session I'm going to talk about the MS build. MS build we have to understand in order to start working on the build part, TFS build. So let's understand the TFS build in the next session. In the evening sessions we're going to have a TFS build, and tomorrow morning we're going to have a team city fundamental. Okay, any questions, further question?
Just what about tomorrow evening?
Tomorrow evening we are going to have a team city fundamental. Sorry, tomorrow evening you are asking.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, tomorrow evening I'm very much not sure about till now like timing, because I'm traveling. I have a flight in evening, so I will just check again with my timing and all, and if I can find out 1.5 hours at least in between my transition, I'll have some session. So I'll inform you probably tomorrow morning.
Okay. Yeah. Rajesh, and one more note. In integration of between Visual Studio and TFS, I will inform my colleague through Excel. We can there's a possibility to integrate between TFS and Visual Studio. Is it possible?
Which tool you said?
Through Excel.
Okay, yeah, there's a hell lot of extensions are available. We can extend, probably you send me the list of integration you want to do with the Visual Studio and TFS. I'll send you in fact we'll do that together, and we'll see that. Other things like, guys, you're always I'm experiencing your audio is not very clear. I don't know from where you are attending this meeting, but your background noise is too much. So if you can reduce the background noise in the next session, so I can hear it the question very clearly. Okay. Okay, guys. So I need to move. I need to go. So I need to wrap it up this session. Let's see you in the evening for the um, for the MS build. I'm going to upload this video probably afternoon, and then you're going to get this.
Once the election get over,